Here's what I want to do. Got a B-roll table. I'm creating it. I have a monitor. I want it wirelessly connected so it isn't attached to the camera getting on my way. And I'm going to use this to do it. And I have no idea what the heck I'm doing. Caleb Pike over at DSLR Video Shooter did these cool videos on how he does B-roll and how his table's set up and everything else, and basically embarrassed the heck out of me into doing something I've been meaning to do for the past 3 years, and so I'm doing it. First thing I ran into, I have the table, I have the tripod and the camera and everything else, but I have the monitor and I just hate the thing because it's in my way, it's got cords and I can't put it over and see it. So I'm going to go wireless with this Nyrius ARIES Prime Wireless HDMI shooting across air thing, and I just don't have any idea what I'm doing. I'm not going to read the directions, so let's see what happens. Here we have pretty blue box. Let's open it up and see what's in there. We got manuals, don't need those, not reading them. And let's super speed through all this stuff. I'll show it to you. Here's a transmitter with the HDMI and the electrical outlet. Then on the side we have some vents, which is cool. And on the front, we have some glassy looking thing, and I don't know what that is, and then some vents on the other side. On the bottom, we have these rubber feet, so you can put it on a desk, and these little mounting holes for mounting it on the wall. And on the front, we have a cool label, the name, power switch, and a pause button for transmission and an indicator light. Just pull this off. This is the transmitter. This is Nyrius. That's an HDMI plug. That's what would go into the camera. And then on the other side, I didn't realize this, but it has to be powered, as you'll see in a moment. Then we have an HDMI cord that comes with it. We have this little cord here, which can also be used to go directly into the computer with USB to power it. Power cord for the transmitter. We have this little L thing, which you can use in place of the other cord to go into your computer. We have these little screws, which can mount onto the back of the unit. So you can mount this thing on a wall and just pull off those rubber feet and you're good to go. Now here's my monitor, that camera right there. It's got the HDMI cable and the power cord to the monitor. This is the receiver. I would just plug in the electrical power unit right there and plug that into a wall. Then I would just take this HDMI cable and run it from the receiver to the HDMI monitor. Now my camera has a little tiny HDMI plug, so I use this little female and male HDMI thing, plug the transmitter in there. I go ahead and I plug my cable for my HDMI to my camera there, plug this other end in the camera, and I should be good to go. Now this is humorous. This is me taking the monitor and plugging the transmitter into the monitor. That's not what you want to do. Okay, this looks weird, but basically I have the camera. It's sitting up there and it looks like a Frankenstein. It's not. This is exactly what I want. I have the HDMI cable coming out of the camera and the power cord coming out of the camera, and it's coming down, and these are all sitting there with these cords running through the end of the slider. Reason why I did that is because I want the slider to move back and forth and I don't want these wires to get in the way. So I check to make sure that it indeed doesn't catch or anything else. This is the part where the HDMI cable comes down, and there's the little transmitter right there. Now, the transmitter needs to be powered. So I just ran its cable, sorry for the bad filming, down into an extension cord using an iPhone plug, and down there. You can see over here, here's my monitor, and it's transmitting what I'm seeing from my camera, and no wires to the monitor. I can mount that monitor wherever I want, which is really, really cool. As a test, I went and did 1920 by 1080 at 24 frames a second. It worked absolutely fine. Then I went 1920 by 1080 at 30 frames per second. It transmitted just fine. And I also did, just for fun, 1280 by 720, and it handles the frame rates and everything great, which is why I did that. Now here's my setup, and I'm looking over here. I got the camera on my Zoom H1 recorder. It's transmitting wirelessly to my monitor, and I'm going to mount that somewhere later. Well, cool, I'm wireless and that all worked out. I'm happy. Hope that helps. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. So I'm going to take this. This.